Greetings. If you're tuning in, I'd like to say hello from Northport, Florida. I have an undisclosed location that I've created for myself, and I now have a sanctuary of my own to go to where I can't be messed with, and let me tell you why. Okay, so everybody knows what this is, right? What if I told you that this is useless? Because it really is. What if I told you that I've replaced this with, bear with me, with this? Contract and declaration of private trust created by the common law right of contract. The private participants to this contract create the private trust of Life and Body Ministries Trust. So what does that mean? What that means is I'm out of the system now. I don't pay taxes. I'm not a servant or slave to the devil. I can't show you everything in the trust because I paid for the education for one. The person that provided the trust information, it's their life's work. I wish I could share more about how the trust is set up. What I can say is that the trust is a non-ecclesiastical common law trust, meaning it's created out of the common law or the right that you have, the natural right or the natural law you have to contract. Even if you were in prison, you can always contract, right? You can never lose your rights to contract. Even if you're in a prison cell, you can still negotiate with another inmate on, hey, clean my cell and I'll give you some more extra food from my commissary or whatever. But what I'm saying is that you have the unlimited potential for contracting. So with that being said, everything is a contract. Michael, can you get me a glass of water? Sure. That's a contract, right? So it creates actions, and those speech acts or those requests through the contract, they'll create an action and someone will do something, right? Or a performance of something. So in a contract, you have four main elements in a contract. You have offer, acceptance, performance, and consideration. You can offer somebody something, they can accept it. Once that's happened, then there is consideration exchange, like one person might give someone else money, and then the consideration from the other party might be a performance. I got to slow myself down. I get excited talking about this stuff. But so one person's consideration might be the money. The other person's or other party's consideration could be the performance or labor or to carry out a task, right? So what has happened to me is that without realizing it, in my private life, my private actions were leading me to God, and I ended up meeting a guy, more than a man, excuse me, named John McCaig, and he has a website called libertyaidacademy.org, so that's the legal side of everything, and he also has Jesus Christ Trust.net. I believe it's a .net. So that's the church side of things. So the reason I replaced this gun, which I really didn't use anyways, is because man can try to kill you, right? Man can kill you, but God can keep you alive. So really think about that. You remember the movie Predator, where Arnold Schwarzenegger's character is running around and he figures out that if you have a weapon, that the predator is going to attack you, right? Only if you have that weapon. Well, the United States of America, or USA Inc., or In God We Trust, because it's a trust. It's a. I'll talk about that in a second. That's what I've just recently learned. But if you have a weapon, or if you're an adversary of any way towards the government or the United States of America Incorporated, which is a company, if you are against them or have any kind of adversary against them, you're outnumbered. a little gun's not going to do anything. It might as well be a potato gun or a BB gun or something, right? So literally, I cannot be touched. I have an irrevocable, common law, non-ecclesiastical trust between myself and my Creator, and my Creator is God, and then Jesus Christ is His Son. And you don't have to pick Jesus Christ, because over time we've been given multiple prophets that were incarnations of God. And it always came in the form of a man, from what I'm learning from my recent education. That's why they say manifestation. So there's going to be a lot of changes, already is. So this contract that I have, I signed it on the 6th of June. On the 5th of June, I was running around town getting paper to get the trust printed out. I was on the IRS website. Yes, you get an EIN number with this. Yes, you can open up a bank account. Yes, you can have corporate type credit or commercial type credit with this trust. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with your person. So that's another key thing, is that you take everything you thought you owned, because you don't own anything here, and you take everything you own and you put it into trust, and you just give it to God. And then you live as a trustee or a steward of God's possessions. You work as, you're basically a slave to your Creator. You do what your Creator says. And because of that trust, you get the protection. Everybody should you should realize this. It should be resonating with you. If you really believe in your God and your Creator, be careful which one you choose, because not all were actually prophets. If you're really in tune with your God and you really feel like God is protecting you, then it's time for us to prove it as a people, as a society, whatever we are, you know. It's just really, really time these days to put truth into action, because I'm tired of wasting my time with people that don't care about their health, don't care about God, don't care about improving their lives. I don't pay taxes, guys. I haven't paid income tax for 10 years. And now, because I have the right trust set up, I'm not going to be paying property tax. All this land here, all the land around me, I'm not paying property taxes on this. Why would I? Also, in closing, just for today's short message, in closing, if you look at all of your money, on the back of it, it says, "In God we trust." Now, I just learned that if it's a trust or if it's a bank, it has to have the word trust and it has to have the word bank in the title. So when you look at your money, it says, "In God we trust," right? Well, that's literally a trust. I'll make more videos and I'll share links to John McCaig, because he has a really good way of explaining it, because he's legendary, you know. So that's about it for today, I would say. But I would like to openly declare that I'm also going to be growing marijuana right here in Northport, Florida, right out in the open. And we're going to see whose God is more powerful, my God and Creator, Jesus Christ, or the devil and the city of Northport. You know, the bootlickers and the devil worshippers. You know, all the people that impose taxes and code violations, and all the people that don't want you to have your freedom on your own property. Well, for me in my life, it ends today. City of Northport is not going to tell me a damn thing. They've bothered me before about having a vehicle or something parked on my land out here. And first of all, it's not my land anymore. It belongs to Jesus Christ. It's my sanctuary. And this is an open invitation for the city of Northport to try to stop me from living my life, and to try to do what I know is right, and to try to interfere with my obligations of contract between myself and my Creator, because I've got obligations here. You're not going to get in the way or interfere with my right of freedom and my right to a healthy, free life, and to be able to share the word of Jesus Christ with other people. I'll say it again. I'm going to be growing medicine, marijuana, whatever I want to grow. I'm going to be growing it right outdoors. And I'm going to keep keep posting these videos. So in the near future, I'll show you videos of the marijuana plants sprouting.